What is a financial restructuring derived from debt resulting from loan agreements, and how does it affect TruCapitals users? Today, we'll explain it in a simple, clear, and dynamic way. As we've documented since August 8th, the TruCapitals case has been challenging due to the breach of contract by Luis Vicente Guzman Sanchez and his companies Biso and Plankton. TruCapitals ran out of resources to meet its obligations under loan agreements. This situation led the company to initiate legal actions against these individuals. Even though legal actions have already been initiated and more are set to follow, we know that legal processes are long and their outcomes uncertain. There's no certainty about how much money will be recovered, nor how long it will take. That's why a real and parallel alternative to the legal processes against Luis Guzman, Biso, and Plankton was developed to resolve this difficult situation more quickly: financial restructuring. To this end, Marco Aristeo and his team reached a key agreement with foreign institutions specializing in the formation, management, operation, valuation, and auditing of international mutual funds. This led to the agreement to launch a regulated international mutual fund, which will allocate a significant portion of its earnings, the success fee, towards paying for TruCapitals Restructuring. This fund has attracted the attention of sophisticated international investors, and although it is not mandatory nor a condition for TruCapitals users to participate in the mutual fund in order to enter the restructuring, those who wish to join are welcome. The greater the volume, the faster the process. Now, within this financial restructuring, there are two types of users: the Reds and the Blacks. To better understand, we've divided the users into two groups. The Reds, these are users who have not yet recovered their principal investment, meaning they received payments from TruCapitals that were less than the amount they deposited under the loan agreement, and therefore have a negative balance. The Blacks, these are users who have already recovered their principal investment, and in many cases, even more. Some have made withdrawals of more than 80 times the capital they deposited under the loan agreement. The financial restructuring of TruCapitals is divided into two phases. The first, 100% focused on helping the Reds recover part or all of their principal investment. The priority, based on a fundamental principle of equity, is to level the playing field as much as possible between all users. This phase will last a maximum of 36 months, with a first payment after 18 months, and a second payment at the end of 36 months or earlier if the necessary amount to settle the restructured amounts is reached. Our priority is to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to recover their investment, especially those who have not yet received anything. The second phase will begin once the first phase has been completed, either after 36 months or earlier. In this second phase, all users who had an active loan agreement with TruCapitals as of July 31, 2024, and who enter the restructuring will participate. It will last 36 months, and 3 payments will be made, one every 12 months. To this end, UDRS, restructuring units, have been created, which is an equitable way to receive the profits, success fee, from the mutual fund allocated to this second phase. The Reds, since they have just recovered part or all of their principal in the first phase, will receive more UDRS for every dollar they deposited under the loan agreement. This takes into account deposits, payments received, and the duration of the investment. This is how their recognized capital is determined. The recognized capital for the Blacks is obtained by dividing their deposits under the loan agreement by the number of times the user withdrew their deposits. From the recognized capital, the number of UDRS for each user is determined by dividing the recognized capital by 500, which is the minimum amount required for TruCapitals to accept a loan. Every 12 months, a portion of the mutual fund's profits will be distributed among the users who enter the restructuring, and depending on the UDRS each one holds, their share will be calculated for each payment period. By formalizing your intention to restructure by signing the restructuring agreement, you will be able to track the progress of the restructuring through TruApp. There, you'll receive updates on the performance of the mutual fund and how the goals to pay the restructuring are being achieved. This is a process that aims to benefit the entire TruCapitals community. In the next video, we'll explain in more detail how a regulated international mutual fund works. Don't miss it.